This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Let's begin the week with an important insight from Rabbi Yosef Engel. The Gemara says in Masechta Gittin on Daf Tzadi Amud Beis, the Gemara says somebody who divorces their first wife, afilu Mizbeach moirid olav demais. Somebody who divorces Ishta Rishona, even the Mizbeach cries bitter tears. This week's Parsha we talk about the Mizbeach. And the Gemara cites a pasuk in Malachi. V'zois sheines ta'asu kasois dimas v'zach Hashem b'chi v'anocha me'enoi p'nois el hamincha. The pasuk in Malachi is discussing the crying, the weeping of the Mizbeach. V'amartem amma al ki Hashem heyed beincha uvein eshes nurecha asher ata ba'garat ba. What is the reason why Chazal tell us that the Mizbeach cries bitter tears for divorcing one's first wife? Well, Rabbi Yosef Engel says the reason is very pasha. He cites the Gemara in Masechta Ksubis. The Gemara says, Amar Rabbi Lazar on Yud Amud Beis, Ksubis Yud Amud Beis, Mizbeach, Maziach, Umazin, Mechabev, Mechaper. One of the function of the Mizbeach is to be Mechabev, to endear, to cause love. It says Rashi, Mechabev, as Yisrael El Aviyam. It causes love between Klal Yisrael and their father in heaven. Now it is well known, and this is enunciated in Shir HaShirim many times, that Knesset Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu are mechuvan in the Tanakh. The analogy is chasan and kala, husband and wife. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the Baal, we are the Isha. Shir HaShirim Asher L'Shloimai. The main theme of Shiur HaShirim is the analogy of the love between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Knesset Yisrael as husband and wife. Therefore, the purpose of the Mizbeach is to endear us to God, endear a kala to her chasan, endear the wife to the husband in Shemayim. Therefore, if the function of the Mizbeach is to cause a loving relationship between the husband and wife, namely Klal Yisrael and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, one who divorces their wife is doing the opposite of the function of the Mizbeach, and therefore it is none other than the Mizbeach that weeps bitter tears when one terminates their relationship with their spouse. This is the idea of Rabbi Yosef Engel, that when one divorces one's wife, that is the opposite of the function of the Mizbeach. Mizbeach endears HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Knesset Yisrael. I would like to explain perhaps on an even deeper level, and that is, we've said many times, and most notably, this was a share we gave this past year in Parshas Kiseitze, that Rabbeinu Gershon is called Rabbeinu Gershon Ma'or HaGoyla, the light of the exile. And we explained a very important reason, and that is Rabbeinu Gershon made two takanos. Takana number one is that one cannot divorce their wife against her will. Takana number two is one cannot take two wives. And we explained that this is actually what saved the Jewish people in exile, because God is our husband. Why doesn't Hashem say, get lost, I'm not interested in you anymore? Well, because Hashem keeps the Torah. And since a man is not to divorce his wife against her will, God can't divorce us against our will. So maybe Hashem will say, I'll take another wife. Maybe instead of you guys, I'll also take North Korea. No, Hashem cannot take another wife. This is part of the takana of Rabbeinu Gershon. Well, in that shir we explained that not only are we considered married to God, but there is a concept that the way that the relationship between husband and wife is in this world is a reflection of the relationship that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has with Knesset Yisrael. And when there is a strong zivug bein ish ve'ishtai, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu is bound to Klal Yisrael. And when Chas v'shalom, a person terminates the relationship bein ish le'ishtai, that causes a very severe, fundamental crack in the relationship between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Knesset Yisrael. Just look in the Beis HaMikdash. In the Beis HaMikdash, in the holy spot on earth, there were two kruvim, ish ve'isha, representing the relationship that we have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu as ish ve'isha. And that is merely reflected by the relationship between husband and wife. The Ramban even says at the end of Sefer Bereshis that the Shechina that was present in the Mishkan was only a me'ain of the Shechina that was present in the home of Abraham and Sarah. And therefore, the idea that we're saying is a little bit of an added step to Rabbi Yosef Engel. Not only not only are we considered married to Hashem, and if somebody terminates the relationship they have with their wife, that's the antithesis of a Mizbeach, because a Mizbeach is there to create a strong relationship between one chassan and kala, God and us, and this person is causing a severance in their relationship with their spouse, so that's the antithesis of the Mizbeach, but it's even more than that. It's not just the Mizbeach's function is to create connection, and this person is causing severance. No. A person's relationship with their wife is a representation of the relationship Hashem has with Knesset Israel. It's not just another marriage. It is the reflection of the marriage we have with Hashem. And when one terminates the marriage with their spouse, for all effective purposes, they are severing the relationship HaKadosh Baruch Hu has with Klal Yisrael. So that is why the Mizbeach weeps bitter tears, because the job of the Mizbeach is to endear HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Klal Yisrael. And when one terminates relationship with their spouse, they are severing not only their relationship with their spouse, in a way they're severing the relationship HaKadosh Baruch Hu has with Klal Yisrael. And therefore it is the Mizbeach which is moired the mois over such a terrible situation. Rabbi, wish everyone a week and a month of simchas, nachas, and happiness.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.